Testing, 1, 2, 3. Hi there. So this is going to be a bit of a let's play. Once again, I know I do these a lot. But this time it's for another pal who isn't trying to commit suicide, because I learned a while ago that dear old Dan decided to commit neck rope, apparently. I don't know why. Apparently he was feeling depressed or something. Either way, I'm pretty sure I can assume he's gone by now. But that's besides the point. This one is for one Reaper, also known as Night Lord, as he likes to be called lately. Or I guess now he's got some other name. But we are here on my desktop, which is important because this folder right here, this is the characters folder. This is a let's play of normal DDLC, just base DDLC, nothing else to it. No mods, no nothing. This right here is the characters folder, and from top to bottom we have Monica, Natsuki, Sayori, and Yuri. Now these are all the characters within the game. I'm presuming you already know that. Again, just in case, these are incredibly important. These ones in particular are the ones we should keep an eye on, but we should also just keep an eye on the folder in general because things are going to get weird. So let's just start the game up. I'll keep it in window mode to make things a bit easier. There is a full screen mode, but again, it kind of makes things hard. So there we go, it's booting up. This game is potentially harmful to... If you're under the age of 18, do not play this. Considering you're like 13 or 14, you might not be able to handle this, but trust me, it's worth the wait. It's worth it, trust me. So, yeah. From the surface, it may appear as any regular old visual novel, tropey kind of romance visual novel for cute girls. You gotta write poems to woo them, but there's gonna be a twist later on. It's pretty crazy. So let's just get this thing started. And I usually name my character Alex. That's just because I like to do that. So let's get right in, shall we? Again, the text is a bit too small for me to actually read on the phone screen. So I'm just going to have to look over it and keep the camera steady so you can still see what's going on. So this is girl impression number 1. Hey! I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. So yeah, you gotta go, the good old childhood friend trope right there. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. Keep this in mind. The oversleeping part is important later. Keep it in mind. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. Also keep in mind, MC's kind of a dick. He's really dense, so he's kind of a dick towards Sayori. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk to let Sayori catch up to me. I overslept again, but I caught you this time. Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. You seem like you were thinking about ignoring me. He was. That's mean, Alex. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Alex, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible I did in one of our many conversations where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sorry, likes to worry a little too much about me, when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. True trooper right there. That's how any guy should spend his free time. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. You trust me, right? don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright, alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? Not entirely sure she's carefree, but again, no spoilers here. More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relate to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside of her head. And thus we arrive at school. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I have not the club type where you actually, hit people. Not that kind of club, and not the strip club either. The after-school kind of clubs. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club, of course. Fucking otaku. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I'm not sure if you can actually read the text, but that's why I'm reading it out loud, is so that you can make it out, and, well, yeah. Just in case. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting there and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement. So I thought, Know what? Then MC example number 1. Well, then you could join my club. Sayori? Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Sayori's vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title of vice president. That said, my interest in the literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please? Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I'm kind of told the club yesterday I would bring in a new member, and Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have planned all this out. It's probably the latter, actually. I'll let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes, let's go! And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Actually, I'm going to turn the volume up for a second. Hang on, let me just adjust that. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here. I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Welcome to the literature club. It's a pleasure meeting you. I'm giving Yuri a... Yeah, this is Yuri, by the way, just clarify that. A British accent because it just suits her the best, I think. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Alex, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Yes. That's the one reason you should join a club, is because it's full of cute girls. I mean, that's not the reason I would personally join, but I mean, it's your life. You do whatever you want. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. And there we go. This pink little bitch, she's not a bitch, is Natsuki, the youngest in the club by just a few months. They're all 18, but Natsuki's birthday is the latest, I guess. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is the one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She's not. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori sits there quietly into my ear, then turns back toward the other girls. I just realized my dog is sitting next to me. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Just don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparatively more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. She has a hard time keeping up with anyone, really. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Alex. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica.
Come sit down, Alex. We made room for you at the table so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well?
The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there's one space next to Monica and one next to Sayori, and that's my battery indicating that it's almost dead. So I'm just quickly rushing this part out there so I can get it uploaded. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Of course. I mean, she is best girl. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand.
Okay, are you ready? Ta-da!
Whoa! I'm not doing some of the crazy sounds though, because like the kya thing, I'm not embarrassing myself that much. I'm not going to sink that low. Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. As if you really... Team Salvato really wanted to hammer down the point that this is a cute game. It's not. It's really not. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. Trust me, it's going to get really meta later down the line.
So cute. I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know, just hurry and take one.
Sayori grabs the first, then Monica, I follow.
It's delicious.
Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki.
Why are you thanking me? It's not like I
haven't I heard this somewhere before?
Made them for you or anything.
I thought you technically did. Sayori said...
Well, maybe, but not for you, you, dummy.
Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom?
Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book?
I guess.
Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you.
That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away.
I meant that,
I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. Ah, a real gentleman.
I'm glad.
Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me.
So, what made you consider the literature club?
I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. I was practically dragged here by Sayori. No, he doesn't say that. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so...
That's okay, don't be embarrassed. I'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone.
Monica, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you a leader at the debate club last year?
Well,
No, I don't know.
To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'm much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling that dream. Monica really is a great leader.
Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club.
You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile, and it makes school events like the festival much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate, right everyone? Yeah!
And you just alerted me. Alright, cool. Well, great, I was just recording this thing, dude.
We'll do our best. You know it!
Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls. All interested in the same goal. Monica must have really worked hard to find just these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though, I still don't really know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm for literature.
So, Alex, what kinds of things do you like to read?
Well, Considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga, I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me, and telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually impress me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. Oh, I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, you might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Everyone's having a conversation with a rock, dude. You're just that dense. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that, but if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. So real horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror! Why's that? Well, I just... Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud! Give that back! Fine, fine. Your cupcakes, your puns, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Siri saddles up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. What? I'm not cute! Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No! She reads her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? And maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Oh, I wanted to read everyone's poems. Ugh, great. We all sit in silence for a moment. Oh shit, my phone's really dying. Look, I'll just quickly go through. We're socializing for now. Okay. We're almost at the end of this day, so I can save at that point. I have an idea, everyone. Let's get Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Alex? Monica smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. Oh, shit. It's at 5% still. Okay, I hope I'm still filming the screen, because I was looking at something. Okay. What's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. So Yuri may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and, I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But... I'm sorry, I thought... Alex... You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right! Okay, it's been decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy! So he wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey! You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would be super pissed. And that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more.
Alex, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself.
Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food.
Hey, Alex, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together?
That's right, so Yuri and I never walk home together anymore. We should always date after school for clubs. Sure, might as well.
Yay!
With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and Monica, of course. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in the literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Now look at this. This is the main bunk of the game. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. This is the main like chunk of the game. Like, you got the dialogue, but you got this. This is the poem writing segment. Every day after you interact with the club, you write a poem. And these three stickers here indicate which girl you're writing it to. If one of these stickers hops up and down, it means that the word you've chosen applies to them the most. So, for example, effulgent seems like a word that would apply to Sayori. Candy, or Yuri. Candy, something like Natsuki or Sayori. And basically, you just write your poem, and based on whoever likes it the most, there's a cutscene that will play. I'll, of course, do the Sayori route, but for now, since my phone is almost dead, I'll cut it off here. But this is basically what you do. You choose words, and essentially, the girl who likes the poem the most will share a little cutscene with you every day. And if you do the same girl 3 times in a row, well, you have to do that for the game's true ending. You have to go back and write poems for 3 times for every single girl. Only then will you get the good ending. But this is where I'll end it off for now. It's been a bit of an information dump, and I know I stutter a lot, so I hope you can make out what I'm saying in general. So, this is the main segment. This dictates what ending you get and what cutscenes you get in the game. Plus, the words are all randomized, so you can't just follow along with me if you do want to play it. So, we're just going to go save here. Bada bing, bada boom. And that's it for now. So, yeah, I'm going to go upload this now. This is the first taste of the game you'll get, so you better enjoy it. Yes, we are going to quit. This is just Act 1, too.